Mm. Hi, Charlotte.
Hi, Jonah.
How are you today?
Good.
That's good.
I have my daughter and granddaughter visiting me from Arizona. How could be anything but
Oh, nice. How long are they in for?
they've been in for a week, so been here a couple of days already. So it's been
Good.
great.
Very nice. Very nice.
So they've been going with me. They went to me, they had a program this evening. So they went to the program, musical program.
Okay.
And then played bingo, and they played with us.
That's nice. Okay, good.
So they're sharing in the events of Grandma's life.
Right. That's right. So how often, this one's name, I forget her name. Your daughter from Arizona.
The
What's her
daughter from Arizona is Anne.
Anne. So how often does Anne get in?
She's been pretty, as often as she can to see me.
Right, right.
Whenever she can, she comes in.
Yeah.
And she came with my granddaughter, which was really great because I haven't seen her for a while.
How old is the granddaughter?
Old, old, not young. She's not young.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to your other granddaughter's wedding in June.
Yeah, I know. And you're performing this service. How wonderful.
Yeah.
Because she said to me, she says, Mom, she says, I think I'd like Jonah Layman to do it. I said, really?
Good. Yeah, well, we had a nice time. We've had a nice time on Zoom a couple of times that we've met. They're a lovely couple. They seem,
Aren't they? And he's such a nice boy. He
Yes.
really is.
Yeah, and they seem lovely together.
Absolutely, that's it. And I met the family. They seem to be very nice too.
Good.
So
That's
I was
good.
so pleased.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, Julian.
Good Shabbos, all.
You too.
Things down here.
Okay. That was nice music in the background.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but you don't want to listen to music.
Totally unexpected, but it was nice. It's not going to be a big wedding. It's going to be a fairly small wedding.
I know.
With COVID and everything else, they didn't want to get anything fancy, and
Yeah.
it's just as well.
she also told me, I told them they need 2 witnesses to sign the Ketubah. So one is me, but they need
Yeah.
another one who's not family, because everybody,
Family coming.
exactly. So Sarah teaches in a public school there in Leesburg, I think.
Yeah,
And there's a rabbi, a conservative rabbi, who sends his child to that public school. So she just
Yeah.
reached out to that rabbi, and that rabbi is going to be the other witness.
oh, isn't that beautiful?
Yeah.
That is so, so nice.
Yeah.
Like I said, there's a lot of friends and people she just didn't invite.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's very small.
It was water.
Dennis, you're outside.
I'm outside.
Hey, Sharon. Oh, look at Dad with a nice glass of wine.
She's drinking
How
already. A
about
long
it?
day. Long day at work.
How civilized to sit on your deck.
There you go.
Glass of wine, it can't get better.
That's right. Very good.
I'll tell you, just look at this. I mean, we're on Zoom, so you can be all over the place. You can be in the shul. You can be out on your lawn.
That's it. That's right.
You know, Elaine, Joe's wife's father passed away.
Ah,
Funeral today and it was on Zoom also,
right.
but it was raining.
Yeah.
It was drizzling and it was an outdoor, because it was
Oh,
cemetery.
where, which cemetery?
I'm not sure. I wasn't there.
Is it local though?
Yeah, I think it was local. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Well, I'm sure it was local,
Right.
but I don't know exactly what cemetery it was because I didn't get, my son
Right.
wrote to me. He said, Mom, he says, you can do it on Zoom. He said, and I don't think with the
Right.
situation, why you should come anyway.
Right.
It was very small, but it was on Zoom.
Right. Hey, Audrey.
Hey, good Shabbos, everybody.
Good Shabbos. Good to see you.
You too. How are you doing?
Good. No complaints.
Okay.
I'm doing very well.
So Audrey, the prayer is the one on page 45 in this book, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
58.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, good, Julian.
Good to know, Julian. You closed up, huh?
Huh?
I
What'd you
said,
say?
did you close up? You ready to go, huh?
Did you close shop?
I just shut down the shutters and I went and got some grape juice and I
He's
got
busy. He's in business. We're in the Shabbos business,
That's it.
the davening business.
Charlotte, do you go out? Do you go to dining rooms for lunch and dinner?
Now
Yeah.
we can't go out. Now I can go out. Up until now, I was in I was for a few days in quarantine because of the epidemic.
Do you get to socialize?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Francis, Bill,
Fran.
Mindy?
Nice to see you. Nice to see everybody. Hi, Charlotte.
Hi, good to see you too.
Nice to see everybody.
Sharon, Dennis, Bill, Julian. Everybody's well?
Mhm.
Mindy's not so sure.
Mindy
a
spent
long
the
week.
entire week in bed, sick.
So
Right. Oh, yeah,
what
yeah.
is at the top of my screen, Jonah? It says, set up professional audio and audio settings. You know anything about that?
No,
No.
I don't know why it would be telling you to do that.
Sharon, you're outside today, huh?
Yeah, isn't it pretty out?
It sure
It
is.
is. It is.
Until it starts to rain.
It
Yeah.
looks lovely.
I FaceTimed with my son Elon up in Rhode Island.
Yeah.
It's warmer and sunnier in Rhode Island than it is here.
Yeah.
Yeah, my daughter lives in Montreal. It's 80 degrees up there.
Whoa,
Warm.
Wow.
Says it's like summer.
yeah, it was 75 in Providence. So, yeah, crazy.
Pitch the scale.
So Dennis, you have yard site for your father on
Tomorrow.
Saturday night.
Tomorrow night.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have to remember to log on.
8:55.
8:55. Yeah, it's past my bedtime on
Yeah,
Saturday.
it's almost past
Know what
bedtime.
you mean.
But I will be in Sunday morning though.
Oh, okay, good. Very good. Yeah, we should be okay with a minion.
Carl, did I see you post on Nextdoor?
Yeah, possibly.
Yeah, I just saw your name. I said,
Yeah, which one?
I
The
don't
accident-
remember what it was about, but
People were talking about that terrible accident on
that's what
Connecticut.
it was.
Oh, uh-huh.
You know, before I retired, I used to come home that way every night, roughly at midnight.
Oh,
And I'm not exaggerating at all. 2 or 3 bad accidents a week.
yeah,
People
sure.
just go through the lights. They go incredibly fast.
Yeah,
Where's this?
yeah.
Where?
Connecticut. There was a bad accident at Connecticut and Weller.
Oh,
Yes.
right, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I don't think there were fatalities, but people
No.
went to the hospital.
Correct. Our new synagogue like office person, Patty is her name, lives in that neighborhood right by Sergeant Shriver Elementary School. So she remembers when that Connecticut, and she grew up in the area, and she remembers where that Connecticut Avenue extension was built,
Right.
how people would drag race on that for all the time. Yeah.
We've got that here on 29 near Sharon and Dennis.
Yeah.
Really?
Terrible.
Anytime there's a long stretch, yeah, people go fast. Yeah.
Yeah, 29, you know, once they made it to mostly highway, it's
Yeah.
kind of crazy there.
Right. Right.
Then again, I'm old and I drive slowly now.
All right, folks, it's 6:00. We're ready to start. Julian, you want to lead us in Mincha?
If you'd like me to, I'd be happy to.
All right, so I'm going to mute all, and then Julian, you can unmute yourself. We're on page 1 in the blue, Sim Shalom, or 289 in the red, Lev Shalem.
Ashrei Yoshvei Beitecha Od Yalucha Selah.
Asher shebetecha Yilucha Selam, Shekach Halam Shanai Lahav Tel Aviv, Melech HaMelech, Uvad L'chol Yom. This is not Techa Yonei V'V'Docha. Emek
Hilat Adonai Rabbi Pi Yivarech Chovasar Shem Kodsho Le'olam Voed. V'anachnu Nevarach Yam Yata B'Yad Olam. Hallelujah.
Rise for Chatzi Kaddish.
Yitkadal v'yikadash me'rabba.
Amen.
V'yalmad yivrach v'yutei v'yamlich malchutei. V'chayachon v'yomechon v'chayelechol Beit Yisrael. Bad Galav Isman Kari v'yimeru.
Amen. Yehi Shmei Rabba Mevarach Le'olam U'Me'omayim.
Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yipar v'yitramad v'yitnaseh. V'yithadar v'yithalev v'yithalal Shmei Kudishah.
Brichu.
Leila min kol brachata v'shirata, tushbachata v'nechamata damiran b'yalma, v'himeru, amen.
Amen. We start the Amida out loud.
Baruch ata Adonai Eloheinu v'Elokei Avotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohe Leah, Ha'el HaGadol HaGibor V'Norah El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim B'Konei HaKol, V'Zocher Chasdei Avo, Mevi Goel Efnei B'neihem, L'man Shmo B'Ahava, Melech Hozer Fokedu Moshe HaMagen, Baruch Atah Adonai, Magen Avraham Ufokei Tzara, Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai, Mechayim Etim Atarav L'Hoshia, Mekalkel Chayim B'Chesed, Mechayim Etim B'Rachamim Rabim, Somech Noflim B'Rofei Cholim Matir Asurim, Umkayin Emunato L'Shenei Afar, Mi'echamo Chabal Gvurot U'Midumalach, Melech Me'mitum Chayei U'Matzviach Yeshua, V'ne'eman Atah L'Chayot Meitim, Baruch Atah Adonai, Mechayei HaMeitim.
Hakadosh Shemcha B'Olam Kashem, Shemakdashim U'Shmeirav Kaka Tuve'an Re'acha Karazel Zeh V'Yamar.
Kadesh Hashem Kabbalah Kashem Shemakti Shemotov V'Shmei Maram Kakatuv Al Yad Nevi'echa V'Kara Zeh El Zeh V'Yamar
Kadosh 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 Adonai Tzvaot Melech Haaretz Kavod.
Lo Kol Haaretz Kavodo V'Yomotam Baruch Yomeru
Baruch Kavod
Baruch
Adonai.
Adonai Mimkomo U'Devrei Koshecha Katuv Lemor
Melech Adonai Le'olam Elohim Tzivot
Hallelujah. The door Vador Nagid Godlecha, Ulanetag Nezachim Krishna Nakdish, Shiva Eloheinu Vipino Yamus Leolam Boed, Ki Amelech Gadol V'Kadosh Atah, Baruch Atah Adonai, Ha'el HaKadosh.
We continue silently with the Amida pages. We continue silently pages 5 to 9 in the Shabbat Sim Shalom, or 294 to 299 in Lev Shalem. We continue with the Kaddish Shalem, the full Kaddish, page 10 in the blue, Sim Shalom, page 300 in the red, Lev Shalem.
Yikadav Yikadash Me Rabbah,
Amen.
Yamad Yibrach Yerutei V'Yamlech Malchutei, V'chayechon of Yomechon of Chayedechol Beit Yisrael. Ad Galav Isman Kari V'Yimeru. Amen.
Amen. Yehei Shmei Rabba Mevarach Le'olam
Le'olam Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yipoar v'yitraman v'yitnaseh v'yithadar v'yithaleh v'yithalal shmei dekudeshah
Richu.
le'lam min kol berchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechamata damiran b'yama v'yimeru. Amen.
Amen.
Yitkabal salahon v'tachon v'chol Yisrael kadam avuhon v'yishmaya v'yimeru.
Amen.
Yehei Shlomo Rabba min Shemaya, v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru.
Amen.
Hu says shalom b'mramav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen.
Amen. Aleinu l'shalom v'adana kol t'zvishizim. Kol y'zavim. Ene Kabbalah Shabbat.
Ki hamachut shalachi, v'mei atim loch b'kavod, kakatu b'toratech Adonai imloch le'olam bo'ed, v'ne'emar, v'chayad Adonai l'melech al kol haaretz, v'yom hahu yiyeh Adonai echad, u'shmo echad.
Mourners Kaddish, Yid Gadal, Vid Kadash, Shemei Rabbah, V'yalma Divrach, Yirutei V'yamlich Malchutei, V'chayachon V'yomechon, V'chayedechol Beit Yisrael, V'agalav Izman Karivim Ru Amen, Yehei Shmei Rabbah Mevorach Le'olam Omeol Maya, Yitbarach V'yishtabach V'yitpar V'yitromam V'yitnaseh, V'yithadar V'yitalev V'yitalal Shemei Dekudeshah B'richu, La'ela minko birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, da'amiran be'olma v'imru amen. Yehei shlomo rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom v'imroma v'yaseh shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Yasher koach, Julian, thanks for leading us in Mincha. We continue now with Kabbalah Shabbat. As we welcome Shabbat, we turn to page 14 in the blue or page 10 in the red. Yedi nefesh avarachaman meshoch avdach el retzonach Yarutz avdach kemo ayal yishtachaveh mul hadarach ki erav lo yedidutach minofet tzuf vechol tam Hadur na'eh ziv ha'olam nafshi cholat ahavatach ana el narefana la beharot lano amzivach Az titchazek v'titrapei v'hayetalach shivchat olam v'tikemu rachamecha v'chusna al bein ohavach Ki ze kama nichsof lirot betiferet uzach, ana eli mahmad libi, hushana ve'al titalam higalena, ufros chaviv alai et sukat shelomach, ta'ir eretz mikvodach, nagila v'nismecha bach, maher ahuv kiva moed, v'choneni ki me'olam. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Lechu neranen al Adonai, nari aletzur yishenu, nekadma fanav betodah, bizmirot nari alo, nekadma fanav betodah, bizmirot nari alo. Ki gadol Adonai melech gadol kol Elohim asher haaretz ki hu Eloheinu anachnu maritzos Arba'im shana kut bedor v'omar am to'ei levavheim v'heim lo yadu derachai asher nishpati ve'api im yivavun el menuchati. Shiru ladonai shir chadash, shiru ladonai kol haaretz, shiru ladonai baruch shemo, basru miyom liyom yeshuato, sapru vagoyim kevodo bechol ha'amim, nifleotav ki gadol Adonai, umehulal me'od, norahu al kol Elohim, ay ki kol Elohei ha'amim elilim va'adonai shamayim asa, hod v'hadar lefanav, Oz v'tiferet b'mikdasho, havu l'Adonai mishpachot amim, havu l'Adonai kavod v'oz, havu l'Adonai kevod shemo, seu mincha, uva'u lechatzrotav, yishtachavu l'Adonai, Behadrat kodesh chilu mipanav kol haaretz, imru vagoyim Adonai malach, afti kontevel baal timot, yadin amim b'mei sharim, yismechu hashmayim v'tagel haaretz, yiram hayam umlo, Yalo Sadai v'chol asher bo az yiranenu kol atzeyar lifnei Adonai kiva lishpot haaretz yishpot tevel betzedek ve'amim be'emunato la 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 Lie, 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 lie. Adonai malach tagel haaretz. We're on page 17 in the blue or 15 and 16 in the red. Oh, Ave Adonai, Sin Ura, Shomer Nafshot Chasidav, Miad Reshaim, Yatzileim, Or Zaru Alat Sadi, Kuli Shreilev, Simcha, Simchu Tzadikim Badonai, Vehodu Lezecher Kodsho, Mizmor Shiru Ladonai, Shir Chadash, Kini flot asa Oshia lo yemino uzero akod shohodia Adonai Yeshuato le'enei agoyim gilat tzidkato zachar chasto ve'emunato leveit Yisrael ra'u cholav se'aretz Et Yeshuat Eloheinu, Hariyu Ladonai Kol Haaretz, Pitchu Veranenu Vezameru Zamru Ladonai Bechinor, Bechinor Vekol Zimra, Bechatzotra Vekol Shofar, Hariyu Lifnei HaMelech Adonai, Yiram Mumlo. Tevel v'yoshveva, Narotim chauchav, Yachad harim yeranenu lifnei Adonai kiva, Kiva lishpot haaretz, Yishpot tevel betzedek, Ve'yamim be'meisharim, Lai 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 lai. La 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 Adonai Malach Yigazu Amin Yoshev Kuvim Tanud Haaretz Amatzim Gadol Oz Malach Mishpat Ahim Shabbat Avraham Konav Shlo Koreshimo Korino Adonai Yanev Emosei Yita Lahem Velokein Ala Lilotam Romemu Adonai Eloheinu ve'ishtachavu lahar kodsho. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu ve'ishtachavu lahar kodsho. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu Adonai Eloheinu ve'ishtachavu lahar kodsho. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu ve'ishtachavu lahar kodsho. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. We rise if we can. Page 20 in the blue Sim Shalom. Page 21 in the red Lev Shalem. Mizmor leDavid, Havu l'Adonai b'nei Elim, Havu l'Adonai kavod va'oz, Havu l'Adonai kavod shemo, Ishtachavu l'Adonai behadrat kodesh, Kol Adonai al hamayim el hakavod hirim Adonai al mayim rabim Kol Adonai ba'koach Kol Adonai behadar Kol Adonai shover arazim Vayishaber Adonai et arzei halvanon Vayarkidem kemo egel Levanon Vesiryon kemo ven re'emim Kol Adonai chotzev lavotesh Kol Adonai yachil Adonai midbar kadesh Kol Adonai yecholel ayalot Vayechesof Yarot Uvechalo Kulo Omer Kavod Kulo Omer Kavod Adonai Lamabul Yashav Vayeshev Adonai Melech Leolam Adonai Oz Leam Oyitain Adonai Yevarech et Amo Vashalom. May be seated. We continue with Lachadodi, 21 and 22 in the blue, 23 to 25 in the red. Lechadodi likraka la 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 pnei Shabbat nekabela. Lechadodi likraka la 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 pnei Shabbat nekabela. Shamor v'zachor b'dibur echad Ishmi'anu el ha'meyuchad Adonai echad u'shmo echad L'shemol tiferet ve'litila Lechadodi likraka la 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 Pnei Shabbat nekabela Lechadodi likraka la 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 Pnei Shabbat nekabela likrat Shabbat lechuven elcha ki mekor haberacha merosh mikedem nesucha sof ma'aseh b'machshavat tefila lechadodi likraka la 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 Pnei Shabbat nekabela Lechadodi likraka la 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 Pnei Shabbat nekabela mikdash melech ir melucha kumitzei mitoch hafecha rav lach shevet b'yemek habacha vehu yachamol alai chemla lechadodi likraka la 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 Pnei Shabbat nekabela lechadodi likraka la 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 Pnei Shabbat nekabela hitna ari me'afar kumi livshi bigdei tifartechami al yad ben Yishai beit halachmi Karva el nafshi ge'ala lechadodi likraka la 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 Pnei Shabbat nekabela lechadodi likraka la 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 Pnei Shabbat nekabela hitoreri kiva orech kumiori Uri, shir daberi, kevod Adonai alayich nigla, lechadodi likraka la 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 Pnei Shabbat nekabela lechadodi likraka la 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 Pnei Shabbat nekabela lo tevoshi velo tikalmi Mati shtochachi umatehemi Pachyechesu aniye yami Benivneta ir altila Lechadodi likraka la 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 Pnei Shabbat nekabela Lechadodi likraka la 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 Pnei Shabbat nekabela v'hayu limshisa shosayich v'rachaku kol mevalayich yasi salayich Elohayich kimsos chatan al kala lecha dodi likra kala la 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 pnei Shabbat nekabela lecha dodi likra kala la 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 pnei Shabbat nekabela yamin usmol tifrotzi v'yet Adonai ta'aritzi al yadish ben partzi v'nismecha v'nagila lecha dodi likra kala la 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 pnei Shabbat nekabela lecha dodi likra kala la 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 pnei Shabbat nekabela Boi v'shalom ateret bala gam besimcha u'betzahala toch emunei am segula boi chala lecha dodi likra kala la 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 pnei Shabbat nekabela lecha dodi likra kala la 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 pnei Shabbat nekabela mizmor shir leyom HaShabbat tov lehodot l'Adonai ulezamer leshimcha elyon ulezamer leshimcha elyon lehagid baboker chastecha ve'emunatcha baleilot Alei asor v'alei navel, alei higayon bechinor, mizmor shir leyom HaShabbat, tov lehodot l'Adonai, ulezamer leshimcha elyon, ulezamer leshimcha elyon. Kismachani. We're on 23 in the blue, 27, 28 in the red. Od yenuvum b'seva deshenim v'rananim yiyu lehagid ki ashar Adonai suri velo avlata bo Adonai malach yulavesh lavesh anayos yulazav Adir mishpeyam adir kamarom Adonai Eidotecha nemnu meod Leveit chanav hakodesh Adonai leorech yamim La 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 Mourners and those observing yard sites rise for Kaddish, found on page 24 in the blue, page 30 in the red. Yid Kadal, Vid Kadash, Shemei Rabbah, the Almighty Brach, Hirutei, V'yamlich Malchutei, V'chayachon, V'yomechon, V'chayedachol Bet Yisrael, V'agalav Izman Karivim, Ruamein, Yehei Shmei Rabbah Mevorach, Leolam, Olmeol Maya, Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yithadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei dekudusha b'richu v'heila minko birchata v'shirata Tushbechata v'nechemata da'amiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom v'imroma v'yaseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Okay, so we turn to the back of our Sidurim for as we continue our study of Pirkei Avot. We're on chapter 4, number 7. Chapter 4, number 7, page 269 in the blue, or page 249 in the red. So this is where I have us having left off from before Passover, actually. So again, chapter 4, number 7, Rabbi Tzadok Omer, Rabbi Tzadok says, Al ta'asem atara lihitgadel bahem. Don't make them a crown in order to be great with them. Or in the fancier English, and we're talking about Torah. It's understood that don't use Torah to make an ornament for self-aggrandizement. Velo kardom lachpor bahem. And don't use Torah as a shovel to dig with. Well, that's what it literally means. Or a means for livelihood. All right, so don't use Torah to make your name great or make yourself feel good. Don't use Torah as a source of livelihood. V'kach haya Hillel Omer, and so Rabbi Tzadok is quoting Hillel, who used to say, V'dishtamesh bataga chalaf. So Hillel spoke in Aramaic and said, a person who uses Torah for personal gain perishes. Halamadata, so from this we learn, Kol hanehene midivrei Torah, notel chayav min ha'olam. Anyone who benefits from the words of Torah causes his life to leave the world. Or, as it says in English, is foolishly self-destructive. So, in thinking about this, sometimes as a rabbi, I think of this Mishnah, that perhaps this is talking about me, but not necessarily so, because I do a lot of other things as your rabbi besides teaching Torah, right? But I'm thinking more in the ultra-Orthodox world of those who spend their entire days studying and do not earn a living, and they are supported by the community. So I think, as a non-ultra-Orthodox Jew, that such ultra-Orthodox Jews are going against what this Mishnah is teaching, because they're using Torah as a means of livelihood, right? Because they're getting support from the community in order to study Torah. And there is a bit of self-aggrandizement in it, in that I think most individual students would not think this way, but I think the entire ultra-Orthodox world, especially in Israel, think that Israel exists for the sake of these ultra-Orthodox students who are studying in the yeshiva all day. That if it weren't for them and their kind of the source of spirituality, the spiritual energy that emanates from these ultra-Orthodox yeshivas, that spiritual energy helps to permeate around the rest of Israel that is not ultra-Orthodox, and therefore allows it to survive. You ask some of the leaders of the ultra-Orthodox movement, and I think some have been quoted as saying essentially that we need to keep on studying. We need to be supported by the state of Israel. We can't serve in the army. This is our army service. This is what we're doing to support the state of Israel. So I don't know about that, but the general idea here of Rabbi Tzadok is don't use Torah in order to advance yourself egotistically or monetarily. Torah is an independent thing that provides us with the values in life. It's not a means to an end. All right.
So I was thinking exactly the same thing, but
Yeah.
And so hasn't there been some debate even in the ultra-Orthodox community about this?
The only debate is within the government of Israel and whether the Knesset will ever pass a law saying that all Israeli citizens, no matter of their background, no matter whether they're in yeshiva or not, have to serve in the army or do national service. And until they do that, there's this divide within Israeli society, Israeli Jewish society about this. There are some ultra-Orthodox who will serve in the army, and there is a law that there has to be a certain percentage right now, but it's not across the board. And it really is serving to fracture the Israeli Jewish community.
So would you, what came up in my mind when you read that, and forgive me for mentioning names, was Lubavitcher Rebbe.
Well, it says not just a Lubavitcher Rebbe, but all Rebbes of all.
Well, I had exposure to him, but to Schneerson.
Yeah.
And that's what came up in my mind. Is that fair?
So I'm not sure. I don't know Schneerson enough. From what people say about Schneerson, I don't think that he was using Torah in this way. But I think there could be some of his followers who might take advantage of Torah in this way. It's a fine line between being supported by the community. I think Schneerson was an extremely humble man, but an extremely spiritually powerful man. And I don't think he looked for that power himself. And I think he would have poo-pooed it and would have said, no, this is not what this is about. And I think he tried to provide that lesson of humility to all those who waited in long lines to meet with him and to be blessed by him. So I would think most ultra-Orthodox Rebbes are like that, but I can't speak to all of them. Okay, let's turn back in our Siduri now. All those in mourning and observing the yahrzeit rise for the special Kaddish D'Rabbanan, page 27 in the blue, page 38 in the red. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, v'yalma divrach yirutei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayachon v'yomechon v'chayei v'chol beit Yisrael, v'agalav izman karivim ru amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevorach le'olam u'me'ol maya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitrumam v'yitnaseh, v'yithadar v'yitalev v'yitalal shemei dekudesha b'richu, le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbachata v'nechemata da'amiran be'alma v'imru amen. Al Yisrael v'al Rabbanan v'al Tamidehon, v'al kol Tamidehon, v'al kol man de'oskin b'oraita, v'yatra hadein v'divachol atar v'atar, Yehei lahon ulachon shlama rabba, china v'chista v'rachamin, v'chayin arichin v'mezona rebicha, uforkana min kadam avuhon divishmaya v'imru amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim tovim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'imroma v'brachama v'yaseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. We all rise for Baruch Hu, the next page. Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach leolam va'ed. May be seated. Baruch et Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher ro'enu v'yomim Umavir yom umevi laila, mavdil ben yom uben laila, Adonai tzvot shemo, El chai v'kayam, tamidim loch aleinu leolam va'ed, Baruch atah Adonai hamari v'aravim, Ahavat olam beit Yisrael, Amcha avta, Torah u'mitzvot, chukim u'mishpatim, otanu limadeta. Al kein Adonai Eloheinu, b'shochveinu v'kumeinu, nasiach bechukecha, v'nismach b'divrei Toratecha, u'v'mitzvotecha, le'olam va'ed. Ki eim chayenu ve'yorech yameinu uvahem nege yomam v'layla ve'avatcha al tasir mimenu le'olamim Baruch atah Adonai ohev amo Yisrael. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Baruch Shem Olam Va'ed. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha, b'chol levavecha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol ma'odecha, ve'hayu hadvarim ha'ele, asher anochi metzavecha, Hayom alavavecha veshinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam v'shivtecha b'veitecha u'v'lechtecha v'derech u'v'shochbecha u'v'kumecha u'kshartam le'ot al yadecha v'hayu letotafot bein einecha u'chetavtam al mezuzot beitecha u'v'isharecha V'hayam shmati shmosatay Hashem v'hayom Hishamru lachem tanite levachem V'adete meirami al satavah Shemayim malay yes Shemayim more Taver Adonai Yisrael Mata V'sisi Datam V'yim Datam V'sisi Adonai Elohechem emet v'emunah kol zot v'kayam aleinu Umalchuta beratzon kiblu aleihem Moshe u'Miriam u'bnei Yisrael achanu shira B'simcha rabba v'yamru chulam Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai Mi kamocha nedar ba'kodesh Nora tehilot Osefele Malchutcha ra'u vanecha Bokeyam lifnei Moshe Zeli anu v'yamru Adonai yimloch leolam va'ed V'ne'emar kifad Adonai et Yaakov Ugalo miyad chazak mimenu Baruch atah Adonai Gal Yisrael. We continue on page 33 in the blue or 45 in the red. I asked Audrey to read for us the English translation of Hashkivenu in memory of yard sites that she had in Bob's family this past week and in her family. I think she has her mother's yard site this coming week. So go ahead, Audrey.
Thank you. Allow us, Adonai, our God, to sleep peacefully. Awaken us to life, O Sovereign. Spread over us your canopy of peace. Restore us with your good counsel and save us for the sake of your name. Shield us. Remove from us enemies, pestilence, sword, starvation, and sorrow. Remove the evil forces that surround us. Shelter us in the shadow of your wings, for you, God, watch over and deliver us. And you, God, are sovereign, merciful, and compassionate. Ensure our going and coming for life and peace, now and forever. May you spread over us your canopy of peace. Baruch atah Adonai, who spreads the canopy of peace over us, over all the people Israel, and over Jerusalem.
Thank you, Audrey, and may the memories of all the art sites you remembered this past week and this coming week be always be a source of blessing and comfort.
Thank you.
U'shmor tzeiteinu vo'einu l'chaim u'shalom me'ata v'yad olam u'fros aleinu sukat shalom mecha baruch atah Adonai ha'porei sukat shalom aleinu v'al kol amo Yisrael v'al Yerushalayim. Next page, we rise for V'shamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat Lasot et ha-Shabbat L'dorotam berit olam Beini uvein b'nei Yisrael oti le'olam Ki sheishet yamim asa Adonai et ha-shamayim v'et ha'aretz uvayom hashvi Shabbat vayinapash Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei rabba v'yalmad divrach yirutei v'yamlich malchutei v'chayechon v'yomechon v'chayei dechol beit Yisrael bagala uvizman kariv imeru amen yehi shmei rabba mevorach le'olam lo me'omaya Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yithadar v'yitalev v'yitalal shemei dekudesha b'richu le'yelam min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata tamiran be'alma v'imeru amen. We read the Amida silently, 35 to 38 in the blue, 47 to 52 in the red. As we conclude our private prayers, we continue on page 47 in the blue, 53 in the red. ויחולו השמיים והארץ וכל צבאם, ויחל אלוהים ביום השביעי מלאכתו אשר עשה, וישפוט ביום השביעי מכל מלאכתו אשר עשה. ויברך אלוהים את יום השביעי ויקדש אותו, כי בו שבת מכל מלאכתו אשר ברא אלוהים לעשות. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו ואלוהי אבותינו, אלוהי אברהם, אלוהי יצחק ואלוהי יעקב, אלוהי שרה, אלוהי רבקה, אלוהי רחל, אלוהי לאה, האל הגדול, הגיבור והנורא, אל עליון, קונה שמיים וארץ, מגן אבות בדברו, מחיי מתים במאמרו, האל הקדוש שאין כמוהו, המניח לימו ביום שבת קודשו, כי בם רצה להניח להם, כי בם רצה להניח להם, לפניו נעבוד ביראה ופחד, ונודה לשמו בכל יום תמיד, מעון הברכות אל ההודעות. אדון השלום מקדש השבת ומברך שבי ומניח בקדושה, לעמדו שני עונג זכר למעשה בראשית. אלוהינו ואלוהי אבותינו רצה במנוחתנו, קדשנו במצוותיך ותן חלקנו בתורתך, סבנו מטובך ושמחנו בשורתך, וטהר ליבנו לעבדך באמת. והנחילנו אדוני אלוהינו באהבה ורצון שבת קודשך, וינוחו בישראל מקדשי שמך. ברוך אתה אדוני מקדש השבת, יקרא ויקרא שמי רבה, ביום דברך ירצה וימלך מלכותי, וחי יכון וימכון וחיי לכל בית ישראל, ועגלה בזמן קריב ואמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבה מבורך לעולם ולעולמי עולמיה, יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא, ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי לקודשה בריחו, לעילא מן כה ברכתה ושירתה תשבחתה ונחמתה, דמירן בעלמא ואמרו אמן. תקבל צלם ורון בכל ישראל קדם עוון די בשמי ואמרו אמן. יהי שלום רבה מן שמי וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו ויעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו amen. I asked the Lanskys if they would lead us in Kiddush. So Lansky men there, please take it away. We're on page 49 in the blue, 55 in the red.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei pri hagafen.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu, v'shabbat kadsho b'havav ratzon hinchilanu, zikaron l'maaseh v'reishit, ki hu yom techila l'mikra'ei kodesh, zecher letziad Mitzrayim. Ki banu v'acharta v'otanu kidashta mikol hamim v'shabbat kodshecha v'ahava uvratzon hinchaltanu. Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh hashabbat.
Amen. Yasher Koach Lanskys, thank you for leading us.
Thanks.
We remain standing for counting the Omer. So in the blue, we turn ahead to page 55. In the red, we turn ahead to page 63. We are about to fulfill the mitzvah of counting the Omer as it is written in the Torah. You shall count from the eve of the second day of Pesach, when an Omer of grain is to be brought as an offering 7 complete weeks. The day after the 7th week of your counting will make 50 days. Together, Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, sher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu al sfirat haomer. In the blue, we turn to page 58, line 28. In the red, we turn to page 67, the last line of the page. Hayom Shmona ve'esrim yom shehem arba'a shavuot la'omer. Tonight and tomorrow is the 28th day, making 4 weeks to the Omer. We remain standing and turn back to Aleinu in the red, page 56, in the blue, page 51. Aleinu leshabeach ladon hakol late gerula leotzer breishit shelo asanu kegoyei aratzot velo samanu kemishpachot adama shelo sam chelkenu kayem vegor aleinu kechol hamonam v'anachnu korim umishtachavim umodim lifnei melech malchei amlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu Shalom Teshamai Salam Okay, Nikabel Ki Malchut Shelcha Giyom Me'atim Lach Bechavod Kakatu B'Toratecha V'nayim Loch Le'olam Va'ed V'ne'emar V'haya Adonai Lemelech Al Kol Haaretz Bayom Hahu Yeh Adonai Echad U'Shemo Echad. Mourners Kaddish Yitgadal V'Yitgadash Shemei Rabbah V'Alma Divrach Hirutei V'Yamlich Malchutei V'Chayachon V'Yomechon V'Chayedachol Beit Yisrael V'Agalav Izman Kariv V'Imru Amen Yehei Shmei Rabbah Mevorach Le'olam Ol Me'ol Mayab Yitbarach V'Yishtabach V'Yitpa'ar V'Yitrumam V'Yitnasei V'Yithadar V'Yitaleh V'Yitalal Shemei Dekudesha B'Rechu La'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata da'amiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shloma rabba min shemaya v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom v'imroma v'yaseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. So just a couple quick announcements before we conclude. Services to thanks to Audrey and the Lanskys for participating in the service this evening. Tomorrow morning we're at 9:30 for the service. We thank the Kesslers, Marilyn and George, for sponsoring Kiddush tomorrow, which is in honor of George's 92nd birthday. There's also junior congregation tomorrow. It's the last junior congregation of the year. That's at 10:15. And tomorrow evening, evening service and Havdalah on Zoom at 8:55. Sunday, it's an open house for our religious school. Religious school is in session as usual, but if you know of anybody who is looking for a religious school next year, please send them our way and have them to stop by to meet Babette and see how our classes work. So that's Sunday during religious school between 9 and noon. We have morning minyan at 8:45. We have Talmud class and prayer book Hebrew classes as well that morning. And then the annual JTS regional Maryland, DC, Virginia study evening is Sunday evening on Zoom. I sent that out and listserv. It's free. And if you just go to the calendar page of the shul website on Sunday's event at 6 o'clock, you'll see the information there and how to register. Just be sure to fill out the information that you're from Shaarei Tefillah congregation. That's all. So 6 to 8:30 with JTS scholars Sunday evening. We conclude with Yigdal. Oh, there's also the National Council of Jewish Women and other major Jewish organizations like my rabbinical organization, the Rabbinical Assembly, and the United Synagogue of Conservative Judaism are co-sponsors of a rally in support of abortion rights on Tuesday at 9 o'clock in the morning. We are having a bus with up to 40 seats available to at 7:30 from the Shaarei Tefillah parking lot to go down to wherever this rally is happening. They're not advertising it ahead of time. You have to register with the information that went out, and then just come on the bus, and the bus will take us to where the rally is happening. It's an hour to an hour and a half at the most, and then come back to the shul parking lot. So there's information about that went out by email as well. So that's this Tuesday morning that rally is taking place. Yigdal's on 53 in the blue, 62 in the red. Yigdal Elohim Chai ve'yishtabach nimtza v'yenei tel metziyuto echad v'yen yachid ke'yichudo ne'lam v'gam ein sof le'achduto ein lo demut haguf v'yeino guf lo na'aroch elav kedushato kadmon l'chol davar asher nivra rishon v'yein reshit le'reshito hino adon olam v'chol notzar yoreg gedulato malchuto shefan nevuato netano elan shesegulato v'tifarto lo kam b'Yisrael kemo she'od naviu ma'abit et emunato Torah demenatan le'amoel al yad nevi'o neman beito lo yachalifael ve'lo yamir dato le'olamim lezulato sofer v'yodeya setarenu mabit l'sof davar bekadmato gomel ish chesed kemifalo noten l'rasha ra kerishato Yishach l'ketz yamin meshichenu lifnod nachakekei tishuato meitim yachayel b'rov chasto baruch adei ad shem tehilato meitim yachayel b'rov chasto baruch adei ad shem tehilato. Shabbat shalom, everyone. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat
Shabbat
shalom.
shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat
Shalom.
Shabbat.
Shabbat shalom.
Shalom.